everyone, welcome back to another science fair lesson. Today we're going to be learning about how to create a presentation that you can show to judges. This is the version of the video where we're going to be talking about doing a virtual presentation using Flipgrid to record videos. If you were doing an in-person science fair with poster boards and judges coming to see in person, please make sure that you use the other version of this video. For your opener, you're going to be answering, how has your science fair project been going so far? Have you finished everything that you needed to? This is really an opportunity for you to self-reflect on your science fair experiment, as well as think about anything that you may need to finish up in order to be prepared. Go ahead and pause the video here so that you can answer that question and come back when you are ready. Your objective for today is I can create a presentation that displays my science fair project work. Let's go over some directions about how today is going to go. This week we are putting the final touches on our science fair work. Each of you will create a Google Slides presentation of your work, and each group will record a Flipgrid to present to judges. We'll get more into what a Flipgrid is later in case you are unfamiliar with it, but it is basically a way to record a video that allows you to share your screen. Your checklist for in class today is mostly to create the slides that you're going to need to present in your video. So we use Google Slides for this because it provides a really great visual for your judges and they can see all of your work typed out just like they would if you were doing a poster board presentation in front of a judge in person. So starting with the slides that we need to create, the first one is going to be the title slide. I said for the group of students I was working with that it needs to include the group number and names of all group members. Your teacher's directions may be different for this depending on how you are doing your virtual presentation. For example, your teacher may only want you to include your group number, or maybe you don't have a group number that you're using and you're just using the names of your group members as how you're tracking your work. Please check in with your teacher and make sure that you get clarification on this slide before you start. Your next slide should be your purpose and hypothesis slide. This gives your judge kind of an introduction into what you're doing. Then you should have a clear materials list and a procedure. After that, you should have your data tables. You can copy these in from your notes, or you can use the insert table function and retype your data if you wrote your data out by hand. Your last two slides should be your analysis and your conclusion. Another note to keep in mind is if your teacher has been giving you feedback on these things throughout your science fair process, please make sure you make any corrections using teacher feedback before you create your slides. So if you're still waiting on your analysis and conclusion feedback because we only did it last week, start with the other parts of your science fair project first. After you complete your slides, which you may be done today, you may be done later in the week, you're going to create your Flipgrid. Before you create your Flipgrid, make absolutely sure that you have gotten your teacher feedback on your analysis and conclusion so that you don't have to refilm your video if you get those corrections later. When you're filming, you can use the share screen function to record your video so that the judge can see your slides. You also need to make sure that you have a quiet background so that your voice can be heard. Last thing to keep in mind is make sure the video of your face is not blocking your slides as you present. You'll see this when I show the example, but when you record a Flipgrid, it gives you the option to show your face or not. Please make sure you also check in with your teacher if you have any more guidelines about whether or not your face should be visible in the video. Some teachers are going to prefer that your face is not in the video and it's just your slides. Some teachers are going to want your face in the video. Let's take a look at what Flipgrid looks like. So, when teachers create a Flipgrid, they have an option to share link. This should be in your notes or posted for you on Google Classroom so that you know which one to use. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link and put it in a new tab so that you can see what it looks like when you're invited to participate in a Flipgrid. So you can see this is my sample one. If I was a student and opening up the link that my teacher gave me, this is exactly what it would look like. You're going to click the button that says add a response. And now you can see my face, which is kind of fun. When you record, you're going to click options and you're going to click record screen. I'm going to hit microphone only, which is also an option you can do if your teacher has asked you not to show your face in the video. You're going to click record screen, and then you'd be able to open up your presentation to finish recording. Once you have finished your recording, you'll start to see other people's recordings down in the bottom of that original Flipgrid link. So if you have an opportunity to watch other people's recordings, that's where you would do so. Let's go back to our presentation. And let's quickly go over what you need for next class. Things that you must do are finish creating your slides. Things that you may do if you have time are edit your science fair work with teacher feedback and record your Flipgrid. Make sure you also check in with your teacher if you're working with a group. Your teacher may want all group members' voices present in the Flipgrid, but if you are going to be recording your Flipgrid at home and not able to meet up with your group members to record, your teacher may have a different solution for you. Thank you so much for learning with me, and I'll see you next time. Good luck on your presentations.